영상의 구성은 다음과 같습니다. 그럼 한번 시작해 볼까요?
Here to break all of it down for us, NBC News senior medical correspondent, Dr. John Torres. Here to break all of it down for us, NBC News senior medical correspondent, Dr. John Torres. Here to break all of it down for us, NBC News senior medical correspondent, Dr. John Torres. Here to break all of it down for us, NBC News senior medical correspondent, Dr. John Torres. Here's a real common expression in English is break it down. And the way we saw that in the video, the whole sentence is here to break all of it down for us, NBC News senior medical correspondent, Dr. John Torres. So break it down. Is that an expression that you've heard before?
I think I have that expression, but I never use it. Barely use it.
Okay. You know what? And I use it often. And in fact, I was just listening to another little short news video clip, and that expression was in there too.
Oh, yeah?
So now we're going to add a new expression to your vocabulary. Good
Nice.
idea?
Good.
Okay. So would you please read the sentence for me?
Sure. Here to break all of it down for us, NBC News senior medical correspondent, Dr. John Torres.
Yeah, very good. That was all really well pronounced, good speed, nicely done there. So break it down. You know, this is one of those expressions that has what we call a literal meaning, something that the words mean, you know, word by word, but then it has what's called a figurative meaning. So break it down literally could be like, my car broke down on the way to work, meaning it stopped working. It kind of sort of fell apart, right? But that's not how it's used here because nothing is falling apart. So the way it's used here is that break it down means to make something more easily understood, right? So all of us, I'm sure, hear complicated things that we don't quite understand. And so break it down means to take whatever it is that's maybe too complicated or something we don't understand and rephrase it in a way or explain it in a way that now we understand it.
Okay, so that's a figurative meaning, right?
That's the figurative meaning, and that's the way it's used here. Literally, I could say, like I said, you know, my car broke down. And that would be the literal meaning, but figuratively is what we're talking about here. And I think that gets kind of complicated for people learning English is how do you know if it's a literal meaning or a figurative meaning?
Right.
Here's a sentence I wrote that would also help explain how break it down is used. That is a very complex idea. It would help me understand if you could break it down for me. Does that help explain it a little more for you?
It does, actually. Yeah, loud and clear.
Loud and clear. All right. And would you please read that sentence for me, John?
Yes, that is a very complex idea. It would help me understand if you could break it down for me.
Right. So what does that mean that the person is going to break it down? What's going to happen?
So the person is going to explain the complex idea probably in detail or chronologically or something like that.
Yep, you got it perfect. Okay. And here's some synonyms for the phrase break it down. Words that mean the same: explain, clarify, interpret, or analyze. Okay, because you can say that here to explain it for us, here to clarify for us. But I think when a speaker uses an expression like break it down, I think that shows you understand figurative language or idioms in English instead of just using one word to replace the expression.
I see.
Okay, so that's what I want you to try finding a way to use in the future, okay?
Yep.
Okay, so the future is here. Can you try to use that in a sentence for me right now?
Oh my gosh. Break it down.
Break it down. and
Break
not
it
your car.
down. Not my car. Okay.
Nope.
So for example, the manual for the furniture that we bought from IKEA looks really complicated. So we definitely need somebody who can break it down for us.
Okay, that is an excellent use of the expression. And anybody who has bought IKEA furniture knows that that is really true.
Yes.
So good job.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you. Yes.
You're welcome.